Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chuck Jones here with Marshall McPherson of the Prince George Firebirds. He's kindly enough to agree to do an interview here tonight, so let's get things started. Marshall, what made you want to be a hockey player in the first place? And especially, what made you want to be a goaltender? Well, Chuck, when I first watched a hockey game at the age of 2 years old, I noticed how, when it came down to it, the goaltenders were the last line of defense. When the forwards fuck up, I probably shouldn't have said that live on the air now, should I? No, when the forwards, when they fuck up. Oh, there we go, I said it again. No, when the forwards, when they screw up and the defenders are caught out of position, that's when the golden scoring chances happen. That's when it's down to you and that person with the puck who's able to launch it off of a fiberglass stick at 100 miles an hour. And you know what, Chuck? I love that. A frozen 16-ounce piece of vulcanized rubber coming at me at 100 miles an hour, I love that. Well, Marshall, don't you think that seems a little crazy? Perhaps you just missed what I said. I like a piece of vulcanized rubber coming at me at that fast. I have to be a little crazy now, don't I? He's like, well, I suppose you're right there, Marshall. Well, as it appears, Brody Witzel was the person who discovered you. Any comments about Brody? Well, Brody, he's the type of guy that you want on your team no matter what. He's a born leader. He's a good defensive forward. Great on the penalty kill. Leader in the locker room. Honestly, Jack Crasher was lucky to take that guy as late as he did. Honestly, I think that he should have been taken first overall because of his defensive game, his offensive game, his leadership qualities are par to none. Oh, seems like you enjoy playing with the guy. Well, off the record there, Chuck, I did take a pay decrease off of an offer to play with him. So if that gives you any mind of the type of player that I am, that the fact that I will take a pay decrease to play with a player of Witzel's standards, there you go. Now, Marshall, what about your style? It's not really hybrid so much. It's not butterfly. It's not stand-up. What would you call it? Well, you see, Chuck, it's not really a style. The problems with styles today are they can be cracked. A butterfly goalie, he has a weakness. Up high. Stand-up goalie has a weakness. It's down low. A hybrid goalie, they're not as good as at both. Now, when you have a style that's none like any other, the shooters have nothing to expect from you besides, where do I shoot that puck? How do I get it past them? And that's the sole purpose of my job, is to keep that puck out of the net. Yeah, you might call me a flopper. Yeah, you might knock on my ability to get across the net in time. But you know what? Whether it's with a pad, a skate, a glove, or just the tip of my finger, if that puck stays out of the net, that's all that matters. Now, touching on that, I think I know why, Marshall, but why is your number 39? Well, in the NHL, growing up, I began to idolize players who weren't kneeling at the altar of the butterfly goaltender, if you know what I mean. And one of those players is Dominik Hasek. The guy never, ever fit one form of goaltending. He flopped around in the net. The thing is, he kept that puck out of it. And that's all that matters in the end. All right, Marshall, not a bad answer. So, your competitiveness. Yeah, about that, Chuck. I hate losing. Who doesn't? It's just that I like winning a lot more than most people. Well, that kind of ties in with your anger issues, doesn't it, Marshall? Moving on. You seem to be kind of upset with Jack Crasher after your benching for Chris Fichetti. Well, it's not so much that I mind benching. I'd rather be in the net myself. And you know what? After a while, you start to get tired. Your body becomes fatigued. The thing is, I asked him to come to me next time he plans on benching me, not let me take a look at the lineup sheet and see that I'm sitting on the bench for the whole game against somebody I want to play against. Oh, I suppose if you think that way, you want to know if you're being benched or not. I suppose it's reasonable to assume that you want to know beforehand to give you the mindset, that, Jack Crasher has his trusting you, and you want to know that. Well, that's not the problem here, Chuck. The problem was he didn't tell me beforehand. I'm fine with it. I respect his decision to put Chris in, and that's fine. Thing is, let me know beforehand, and I'll be fine with it. I won't prepare as hard mentally for the game if I'm going to be back up. I'll rest my body the way it was meant to be rested, and I'll relax in practice. I go balls to the wall in practice. Practice is just like the game. You don't want that puck past you, and that's the same philosophy I take. Practice, games, playoffs, anything. I don't want that puck past me. That's my job, to keep that out of the net. All right then, Marshall. How about, are there any players you're scared to face? Nope. Kane Webb? No. Reggie Williams? No. Nobody on that ice am I scared to face. The only player that I might be a little bit frightened of, well, he's right wing on our top line. Chuck Norris is a beast, and he'll kill your ass. Oh, well, how about your rivalry with Greg Dufour? Rivalry? The guy doesn't even deserve to be on the same ice as me. Fuck him. Okay, you seem to be a little bit upset with the guy. He's a jackass, what can I say? All right then. Moving on. What makes you think that the Prince George Firebirds, after having 2 runs to the finals, what makes you think you're that guy to carry them over the top? Well, this team is not like any other. We have players on here. We got Sekon. We got Norris. We got Witzel. We got Seth Plott, who beat your face in if you don't like him. You'd probably beat your face in either way, but whatever. I'm telling you, Chuck, this year, this is the Firebirds' year, and I will make goddamn sure of it. All right, one last question, Marshall. Why the nickname the Joker? Would you like to know where I got that name?
Why so serious?